Hello and welcome to Naivety Gaming. I'm your host Matt, and this is the 61st episode of Cheap Weekly Thrills. If you haven't already, make sure to like and subscribe. We've got a lot of great content coming on up, so stay tuned. Cheap Weekly Thrills is where I browse Steam and find games that have been released in the past week for $5 or less. And this week is the week of Tuesday, November 27th. 2018. I hope everybody had a wonderful Thanksgiving, and yesterday, or rather the day that I'm recording on, is Cyber Monday. Unfortunately, at the time of release, as you can see all these great deals from the Steam Autumn Sale, which go through until November 27th and end on 10 a.m. Pacific time. I want to say, unfortunately, by the time this episode is released, all these deals will no longer be there, so I hope you guys had come along and picked up some of these awesome games over your Thanksgiving break. But rather, browsing all these popular games that have already been released, Portal 2 is $1, $2. Rather than browsing all these popular games, we'll be going on the new on Steam. Unfortunately, looking around from the first couple of days, there really hasn't been too many interesting games, unfortunately. So I had to scroll down quite a ways in order to find a wonderful game by the name of Data Mining 3. Data Mining 3 is a casual, colorful, minimalist puzzle in which you have to collect all the files that are not corrupted to exit the closed circle. The player's goal is to collect all data files, avoiding obstacles and traps, after which the previously closed path will open to pass the level. This game is developed and published by Blender Games, and currently is 25% off. It was released, I want to say, on November 22nd. So the sale will only be good until, I would want to say, this Wednesday or Thursday. Considering it's 25% off and it's only 74 cents, it's only a $1 game to begin with, but sales are better than no sales. So I was kind of looking at this game, and this game stuck out to me because it just seemed fun. And most games that I've been reviewing in the past, ironically, don't really seem to hit that mark. I mean, they're interesting, and they're somewhat enjoyable, but I wouldn't necessarily call them fun. So, let us try out Data Mining 3 by Blender Games. I'm sure that we'll have a lot of fun with this game. Hello, and welcome to Data Mining 3. So immediately, they really live up to their simplistic kind of description of themselves. Considering other games in the past, they're like, oh, we are a minimalistic game, and it turns out that there's pretty much absolutely nothing about it that's minimalistic. So what I'm getting at is, even in the main menu, you only have 3 buttons. You have close the game, turn off the music, and naturally, what we'll be doing today is play. However, in many cases, I do like the assorted amount of different kind of settings, just so that each individual player can optimize their kind of dream gaming experience versus just getting left with, oh, we can only do this one thing and the resolution isn't off and I have a 4K monitor and, you know, that kind of stuff, for example. So Again, with minimalism, there doesn't seem to be a whole lot of tutorials and whatnot. So let's see. So I'm moving the mouse around and I'm adjusting the power somehow. So far how the controls work is you have your mouse, and the further away that you drag it from your little marble is how much power it has. And of course, I'm assuming in whatever direction that you point your mouse in, the marble will go in. So I want to collect that one there. Move on over. Ooh. There we are. So by the looks of it, we cannot hit this little red box here, unfortunately. So we better be mindful and careful of that. I'm not sure how to work this, so there we go. So we open up the little red box, and we better make sure that we get into the ending pretty quickly. So noticing how this works, I'm pointing the mouse in kind of this direction here. And it looked like before how I was aiming it, it looked like that it was inverted somehow, and it's probably because I hit an extra wall and I didn't even realize it. But the other thing that I'm noticing too up here, there's only... It shows you how many moves that you have left. And by gaining a couple of files, it appears that you gain a couple of movements. So let's see if we can aim that in here. I did not do that all that well. Oh crap. Alright, so we have to be very mindful about where we are and how to make sure that we're in line to get to the end of the stage. So again, I'll really work on, you know, not going 100% every time you move. There we go. And as you can tell, we're getting some Steam achievements along the way. So if you guys are kind of the perfectionists as far as completing games, I was going to say originally I was not all on board with, you know, PlayStation trophies and whatnot, considering that I honestly have not been that much of a console gamer. However, I do appreciate it on Steam when certain games give out different types of achievements and whatnot. It kind of looks pretty nice to be able to collect some of these. And it must be inherently genetic because many of my family members also like collections. So maybe it's just something there to go with it. And I'm just failing. I just can't. Yep. And we'll restart this level once more. There we go. Ooh, I almost got it in. Sweet. There we are. Symbol 5, I wonder what that is. So I want to say we're on the 6th level. So we only have 2 moves, so how do we want to go about this? I think I'll just go straight across. And then angle it up over here. Can I angle it a little bit lower? Just so I can... Yeah, just so I can let it bounce around a little bit. And hopefully I'll have enough moves to be able to get all the way back. Because at this rate, I'm not doing so hot. Let me see. I'm putting myself in a worse position than I was before, so let's try not to do that. I'm just gonna go straight for it, and that was a bad idea. There we go. As the old moral goes... Slow and steady wins the race. So, on this level, I want to say it's the 6th or 7th, I can't remember offhand, we're introducing a new mechanic. Simply put, I guess we cannot hit those kind of corrupt files. Makes it for a little bit interesting as we know, as we now need to prepare our moves a little bit more carefully. Pretty much any bounce around the stage as of right now, yeah, we'll collide with one of them. Isn't that nice? There we are. I knew it. So apparently these levels you can no longer really go anywhere near 100%. As you go anywhere near that, well, you're gonna bounce a lot. Okay, so maybe this whole collecting these files and regaining moves is not necessarily part of the game. Because I collected a few, and would you look at that, I'm not getting any more back. 4. So close. In all honesty, this will probably be my last level because, as I've said before in many other previous episodes, I don't really want to spoil the game for you guys. And also, I'm just incredibly incompetent with this game right now. Don't know why, yep. I should probably listen to my own advice. Do not go 100%. Ah, so close. Get in line here. Oh, this is gonna be close. Oh. Couple more tries here. Don't want to waste everybody's time today. As I'm apparently wasting my own, unfortunately. There we go. Ooh, we are doing pretty good right now. Let's be careful with that one. And there we go. This one looks like a worse situation from last level, or a level that looks even more harder than last level. So I'm just gonna go out of here. So yes, we ended with level 7. I can't appear to go back to the main menu from here, so I'll just go out this way. So that was Data Mining 3 by Blender Games. If you like this content, make sure to like and subscribe. Could always use some more subscribers. And, like I've always been saying, we've got a lot of great content coming on up, so stay tuned for that. If you are an indie developer who is currently developing a game and potentially releasing it pretty soon, within the next couple of weeks, make sure to send me an email at matt@theextraneouszone.com. I'd love to get in contact with you and love to review your game that you've worked oh so hard on. I'd be very interested to see what you've created. So again, send me an email at matt@theextraneouszone.com. This has been the 61st episode of Cheap Weekly Thrills, and I hope to see you guys next week in the 62nd week of Cheap Weekly Thrills. Until then, take care, I'll see you then. Bye-bye.